Okay guys, this is probably going to be the shortest video I've ever put on YouTube and the worst quality, but perhaps the most informative if you're fitting a diesel heater. So what I'm going to show you is how you tap into this Sprinter fuel tank. It's super easy. All you need to do is drop the fuel tank from underneath the van. So that's what I've done here. You need to unclip this end. There's an electrical connection and two fuel lines. Easy to unclip. Just pinch and then get a flat blade in there and pull that blue clip out and the black clip there, and remove the electrical connector. And then on the other end, same again, but that was on, that was on there. So you just unclip those once you've dropped the tank off, and again the electrical connector that comes off of there. Put that aside. So now here, this is the auxiliary feed that we want to be tapping into, but that is currently sealed, so we need to drill a 4mm hole through there, and then connect a pipe onto there and a pipe inside the tank. But to do that, we need to remove this big nut. Now this is probably the most difficult bit of the whole job, but this is like tried and tested method. Every time I use this method and every time it works. Some people get a bit of wood against these little flanges, I hope you can hear me over the wind, and try and knock with a hammer to undo it all the way around. I've done that before. It just chips off all of the flanges, no good. So what I do is I get one of these little it's not a ratchet strap, but it's like a cam strap, and then I put it round this exact way, so you can see how I've got it. The cam goes round there, and then the strap goes through and then back this way. And then I've got this bit of strap here. I straddle the inlet on the diesel tank like that, because believe me, you need a lot of force. I grab this, I get my feet on there to push against. I get this with both hands, and then I pull really hard. It's super, super hard. Don't be scared to pull, with all of your strength. And then eventually it will clamp around the lock nut and undo the nut. Now when you're there, give it a bit more. You might have to readjust the strap just to make it convenient for you. And then again, you can go both feet on the tank, and then with all your strength, it will come off. And now that can be done by hand. Take that off, undo that, and it will ping up like it just did. I've done a few of these this way, and this is by far my favorite method. I should have just quickly blown away all of this grit and make sure it doesn't go in the tank. And now you need to remove this. Remember the order that you remove this. So this is the black plastic nut that goes on the top. Set that aside. And then this is the sender unit that comes out. Now don't forget the location of this rubber ring, because in the past I thought that our rubber ring goes on top of this underneath the nut, but it doesn't. It goes there. So just remember that. So I'm going to lift that out of the way first. I can see myself referring to this video myself in the future. And then this is the sender unit. Try and get as much of that fuel out of there as possible. Lift it out slowly, and then the little, doing this one-handed isn't fun. Anyway, try and get all of that diesel out of this little holder, and then lift out the thing. Right, I'm going to use both hands. Okay guys, so now this is out, you can see I just need to clean up that auxiliary bit, drill it out, and then underneath there, attach a bit of pipe onto that yellow barbed connection down into the base of that reservoir. I always work out the length of the rubber pipe by compressing that down, because that's sprung loaded, as far as it will go, measure that distance, and then cut a bit of hose that's an inch or two short of the bottom of that. That way your diesel heater is never going to deplete all of the diesel in your diesel tank, if that makes sense, if you're running it overnight and stuff like that. And actually in my diesel tank there's loads of bits, so I'm going to take the opportunity To drain my diesel tank completely, I have had to fix it actually because it did have a hole in the top of it from the previous owner. So I'm going to take the opportunity to drain all of that diesel out completely, take it to the dump, to the recycling centre, and fill it with new clean diesel, clean up all of this as well. So here you can see I've got my 5mm internal diameter pipe going down there with a hose clip, and then on there, once I've drilled it out, will be a 9mm diameter internal diameter hose going on there, and then joining this to a smaller pipe will be one of will be one of these couplers that is a where is it, 10mm to 6mm barb connection with hose clips around that as well. And then the other end of that will go to the fuel filter for the diesel heater. Okay guys, hope you found that interesting and informative. Wish I had this video when I first was tapping into my diesel tank for our first Sprinter van conversion, quite a few years ago now, but there you go. Hope it helps. This is turning out to be my favourite view of the van. Anyway, diesel line coming from the diesel tank along into the filter, into the pump, into the bottom of the diesel heater. Exhaust is on, super happy about that. Now I just got to do the wiring, but I've not even got any batteries in the van yet, so that'll be at a later stage. Just use, Jubilee clips on all of your hoses, and yeah, that's how you tap into the factory diesel tank on a Sprinter. Thanks again for joining in today's video. If you found it interesting, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next video, which may or may not be off-roading 4x4, maybe Sprinter van conversion. Oh, by the way, I've got a new Sprinter van, hence this video. So yeah, I'll introduce this van in a future video. But yeah, thanks a lot for joining, and see you in the next one.